This is a story of a kind-hearted boy who is in a same war with himself that we are fighting deep inside, somewhere in your heart day and night, until he decided to talk with his dad, Tony. One day, Orez came back from school and went directly to his room. He wasn't crying, but he wasn't in a good mood for sure. He himself doesn't know that what happened to him, and it's not the first time he is having that kind of feelings. Actually, today he went to a water park with 4 of his friends, and he himself is very excited for the rides. At last, grand rides, there is only space for 4 people. Everyone is excited, including Orez, but when he sees excitement on his friend's face, he voluntarily backed off from taking the ride. He watches his friend enjoying the ride, talking their time at park, and joking about how one of his friend closed his eyes because of fear, and suddenly Orez started feeling left out. Soon after, his friends walked away without realizing when Orez turned left for his home. They started hanging out together without Orez, and this is not the first time Orez had to face consequences for his kindness and soft nature. Because of his empathetic nature, people around him praise and respect him for this behavior, but also take him for granted. Soon after, he started working as a part-time scriptwriter. When his project was successful, his teammate took the whole credit in front of him, and he didn't utter a single word. At the time of promotion, same happened. Even after knowing the reality, he never said no to his teammate for completing his work. And now, his kindness is taking a major toll on his mental health. He started questioning himself, where he went wrong, why people forget easily about him. Why is he like that? These are the exact questions that every big personality asks themselves once in their life. This is a phase of evolution. Instead of doing and regretting, he is now doing and observing why he did this. Because at this moment of time, he is not ready yet to take bold actions, like saying no, especially when he have to go out of the way to do that task. Orez's brain is not patterned to function in this way. That's something illegal and very hurtful for others in his sight. He himself knows that even if he knows others are using him, then why he felt forced to follow blindly? After several days of this mental war, he sensed a drop of fear. Fear of misunderstood by people, fear of rejection, fear of breaking bonds. From the very young age, he taught by his parents to never hurt anyone's emotions and always be kind with people around him. And he did the same, and this became his personality. No doubt, his behavior earned him respect and pride from early ages of his life. He noticed it quite a lot of time when his fellow classmates' parents praised him, told their children to behave like Orez. But as the Orez grow, the void in himself grows as well. Now this respect started feeling like chains that he put on himself with his own hands. Without his awareness, this void was filled with thoughts. Thoughts of becoming a puppet of society, a useless pawn in the chess of the world. First, these thoughts are limited to something like this. What if I refuse to do someone's task and he start talking about me that he is just bluffing to be a good guy, but in reality is an actor? He is a mask man. He became afraid of losing his respect and identity in society. But he also wanted to become king, the center of attraction. But he had no clue what to do next. Certainly he don't want to live his life like that. He understood the difference between reality and fiction. He already surpassed 80% of the humankind. What he is thinking is not normal. 99% people live their whole life and die without actually questioning their way of living. They are like mindless zombies. But Orez halts in this zombies race, steps aside to see the bigger picture. He saw how if someone actually wants to see the reality, Their relations, friends, family keep them pushing to make them run, so you never get a chance to see the rat race. Finally, he decided to talk with his dad, who is a great researcher and won many medals in science, psychology, and philosophy. He told him each and everything. First, his father was amazed how a boy of 21-year age is asking a question that was not even answered by many philosophers. His father, Tony, saw a very bright future in his son, and he said, "Son, you have to understand two things completely. First, you have to understand your own emotions, feelings, your true nature without comparing with anyone. If you feel blessed and satisfied by helping others, why not you do it then? I know the result might not be in your favor, but you have to understand that you are doing this for your own sake, to pacify your own soul. Then result doesn't matter. Imagine you left someone who need your help, and later in night you keep on thinking about him. What's the use of that? It's still haunting you. Listen, son, God will not ask you why you didn't become like your favorite artist or billionaire, but He will definitely ask you why you didn't become what He made you. Second, you need to understand the society. Knowing yourself is important to protect ourselves from our own doubts and negative thoughts. There is no room for doubts when you understood your nature. But when it comes to society, we are fatefully bound to meet people with different mindset, different background, different beliefs, and everyone trying to prove their point. Every single person trying to win their own race, including you as well. Tell me, if you want your parents live poor life, you want your kids to sacrifice on basic things, tell me if you don't want to become king of your life. You need to understand resources and opportunities are limited on earth. If you don't claim your throne out of kindness, someone else will. You don't have infinite time, son. You only have one life. If you don't understand the difference between kindness and fear, you will die with regrets and curse yourself for your cowardly decisions, and envy those who never lose grip of their throne and life. I'm not saying you have to be a ruthless beast, but you have to understand everyone fighting their own battle, and everyone have their own families to feed. No one going to look after your responsibilities and family if you give up your job for someone's sake. Listen carefully, son. This is something very dark and forbidden. In the world, you will encounter many people who use dark psychology, who use kindness as a tool to fool people. People who always say yes are commonly underconfident and scared. Even if everyone respect them on their face, but behind their back they know he is a fool. Saying no doesn't always degrade your image. It shows your command on yourself and indirectly radiate a sense of confidence on what you are doing. When you understand the difference, you will sense the real respect. Do you know someone from history who reject the throne out of kindness and still people talks about him? No, right? Society only talks about winners, no matter how they achieved their crown. Kindness is good when you apply it on personal matters, and when you have a genuine understanding of when to act kind and when to take bold step. But in real world, especially in professional life, kindness is taken as weakness and never show any weakness to the society. If you have choice to be loved or feared by people, always be feared by people. History proves feared people are unlikely to betray you, whereas you always get hurt by people who love you. Life by default is not right or wrong. It's us who design the structure of our life. But for that, you have to bear the negativity from the society. It is a part of man's life. Man becomes stronger after rejection, confident after failures, enlightened after betrayals. No man who can't face opposition of society becomes great. So, son, Kindness is a power suits best in hands of powerful person. In hands of weak man, it's just a fear.